to Maria. Now, I'm not trying to sing, you guys. You don't want to hear me sing. Welcome to Maria Loves to Talk. And today, nope, I'm not doing fragrances. I'm not doing perfumes. I'm talking about something very serious, something important. It's just been a lot of stuff happening, like bad things happening all, of course, last month, and then just in these last few days. So what this video will be about, I will be talking about a well-known, famous YouTuber. Unfortunately, he just passed away a few days ago, and I think y'all know who I'm talking about, Mr. Kevin Samuels. Famous guy, great guy, funny guy, debonair, dapper. I didn't know much about him. I'm not going to sit up here and lie, but I watched a couple of the videos that other people did, and I kept thinking, is something being left out? Is something being left out? No, I'm not going to blast anybody because I'm old school, okay? Not to mention from the South. And I can remember when people would do things after a person had recently passed. I can remember grandma or someone in the family would shush them or hush them or maybe even try to slap them in the face. So if this is something that you're interested in, you want to hear a different view, please get you some snacks, something healthy, some water, coconut water, turkey sandwiches, and let's get into it. So again, thank you for joining me at Maria Loves to Talk. And first and foremost, I want to give my sincerest condolences to Mr. Kevin Samuels. He passed May the 5th, was Thursday last week because I was at work, and I saw it on my, oh gosh, I forgot what I was looking at when I went on my break. And people kept saying, oh no, it's not true, it's not true. And I kept thinking, I know this guy, because I've seen his face, but I never watched the videos. I just, I know he was a fashion. I don't know why I thought he was a fashion designer. So that's why I didn't know he was also a relationship coach. So going back to what I want to say, condolences to his parents, siblings, wife or ex-wife, the children, business associates, the audience, his fans. And also I want to give out my condolences to the people yesterday. It was just a horrible, tragic massacre in Buffalo, New York. So I'm giving out my sincerest condolences, my love. I'm just gonna say, people just saying mean, horrible things, and then seeing this last night, it just pretty much made me cry. I'm almost trying to not crack up or break down now, because it's just so much going on in this world. So that's what I want to say first. So let me finish. So go back to what I was going to say about Mr. Samuel. So what I had read, and he didn't look like he was 57. They said he was 57. He passed Thursday, May the 5th. I didn't know he was from Oklahoma because I didn't, when I think of Oklahoma, I'm thinking about Carrie Underwood, Blake Shelton. I'm trying to think of some other. So he didn't sound like he was from, I don't know, is Oklahoma considered the South? I didn't pick that up. Just a dapper man to me, he seemed like he might have some rough edges, but when someone said he's a Pisces, I was like, because I'm a Pisces, and everybody I know, and it's not a lot, but most of them are good people, great people, fun people, especially the dudes. And I dated previously in the past, a long time ago, two awesome Pisces dudes, but two of the same sign don't go together. I'm sorry, they don't. So this is what I wanted to say. Okay, so like I said, when people would pass, and I guess this is the sign of the times, back in the day, and I'm like, am I ancient? I'm not gonna tell you my age, but I'm kind of like right in that age group, okay? In that age group. I'll just leave it at that way. And I remember things you didn't do. If you did say something out of a way about someone who passed, you waited until they were buried. You waited after the wake, the funeral, and you waited a few months. You did not wait. What I'm seeing, just the mouths. just going, going, going. Also, people didn't start dating or having another friend or a man gets a wife until maybe a year or two. So all these things that we used to do, that we used to have respect, people don't have that anymore. That's, pretty much long gone. Okay, so a few of the people that I watch, going back to, I was saying he was a Pisces, and I said, let me throw some of these Pisces people in here, because we know they some good people. Okay. Justin Bieber, Quincy Jones, Clifton Powell. We know he be in a lot of the Tyler Perry movies. Rihanna with her beautiful self. Kurt Russell. Spike Lee. I forgot Spike Lee. Queen Latifah, Lupita Nyong'o. Let's see here. I had Steph Curry with his little cute self. Boris Cujo. Shaq. I didn't know Shaq was a Pisces. Daniel Craig from 0007 is a Pisces. Seal. Harry Belafonte. Sidney Poitier. Smokey Robinson. Cutie Pie Terrence Howard from Empire. Let's see, there's someone else I had here. The great Nat King Cole. So that's a lot of people. Bun B, if you're familiar with Bun B from Texas. Let's see here. Wanda Sykes. So those are just a couple of people. Erykah Badu, and of course Common with his cute self. So, he was in good company. What some of the YouTubers that I saw that I thought they did a good job, or they brought out some things that I didn't know. Mr. O'Shea, I don't know if I'm saying his name, O'Shea Duke. I think he was one of Mr. Samuel's friends. He did a good video. What I liked about his video, and I know people are blasting Doctor, and as I say these things, I want to just mark it off because I said it already. I saw people blasting Pastor Jamal Bryant, blasting oh my God, he's on the tip of Vivica Fox. I saw them blasting Dr. Watkins. Dr. Watkins, I thought he had, the first video he did was good. He brought out some information which I didn't know, you guys, and I'm just going to keep it real. For someone to go from being a fragrance blogger, a vlogger, and he didn't probably have a big following, and you jump from, I think this is with Dr. Watkins and O'Shea Jackson show, from 219 or 221, he jumped to now present to 1 million subscribers, making $4 million in a 2.5 year period. That's good. I went on some of these people. I went on their pages. They've been, and don't look at my stats. I don't know, but hey, if you hit like and click subscribe, it will really help me out. YouTube, 6 years, 8 years. Some of them had 800 subscribers. Hey, they're doing better than me. I don't even have a tenth of that. Some people been on 5 years, 4 years. They have like 2,000 subscribers. Okay, I don't know how many videos they're doing or what. But he went way up. He did, awesome, Some of the videos that I checked out, some of the YouTubers I liked, or I would say gave some information on, I watched Devon. I watched a man call her Faz from the Roommates. Yes, I did see Cynthia G, and I know that she's, for some of these guys or dudes, she's a villain, but I did watch her. I watched Crimson Cure. And I want to say something about what she said, and I think O'Shea said it, and I'm going to say I agree 1,000%. The comments, the memes, I didn't see that. I had to go back and get my little tablet. I didn't see people saying those comments for Rush Limbaugh, for Don Imus, for some other people. I mean, they pretty much, in some cases, it looked like they vilified, demonized this man. He didn't kill anybody. He didn't rape anybody. He didn't molest any kids. He didn't bomb anybody. He didn't go into a synagogue or into a church and shoot up the place. But the way they vilified Mr. Samuels, and no, I'm not a mammy. Do not, because y'all, somebody put mammy when I did my my little video on Beyonce mom on the profile of the black man. But that was just uncalled for, okay, you know, and the social media, and you know, we got to do better. It make no sense. People got ticked off with Pastor Jamal Bryant. I know he said some things. I did look at it. Did I agree with it? No, I agree with a little bit of what he said, but the bulk of it, no. Did I agree with some of the things I saw Mr. Kevin Samuels said about some of these women, 35 and over, 35 with kids? One of the videos I saw, and I practically cried. I felt sorry for the chick. She wanted a high value man, and she was dating an older man, and I didn't see it. It was on one of these people video, and they was playing it. And he said the only way you'll get that if you come back reincarnated. And the first thing I thought about, her children. If she got kids, what if she doesn't have a strong mind? What if this lady is suicidal and someone just basically said, go kill yourself? You know, and I thought, you know, maybe, you know, he didn't mean it that way. I'm thinking that he was more of the whole thing to me, after looking at a couple of these people videos. Yes, I did look at Fox Soul. I saw Willie D. I love me some Willie D. I saw the Schumacher Way. I saw Mr. Realty Man. I think I said Lovely T. Anointed Fire. She brought some good information. I did see the Philip Scott show. He was really good. I saw this guy. I think he's a little comedian. The Kevin Samuels Roast Network. Mr. Dr. Rashad Ritchie, he was good. And of course, Mr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Umar Johnson said a lot of stuff that Mr. Samuel said. He didn't agree with it, but he was going to support him, and he didn't like what he saw people tearing him down. The man hasn't been buried yet. I mean, we have all really lost our way from what grandma and great grandma taught us. And I know a lot of y'all do remember. I mean, I don't know, maybe y'all didn't have a great grandma, but you know, some of it, about over 50%, was just so unnecessary. I did see Miss Tokyo. Who were the bad people? I'm not gonna name them. Who were the people that stood out to me, that was sincere, who was Christian about it, should I say? I would say that lady Anointed Fire. She brought some things that I thought about when I heard about the young lady Hortensia Encantera, about the white liver, or women who are like a black widow. They have that, somebody call it the succubus or incubus spirit, where they have this spirit of they sleep with a man or whatever, or they date a man. They have this like a vampire, toxic. And I think Dr. Watkins, or maybe it was O'Shea, one of these guys brought it out, and I thought, wow, you have people who have that toxic vampire energy. I know I had a friend once, I wouldn't say a really close friend, but I would talk to her on the phone. And I told my other friend, when I would get off the phone with this lady, I would have a freaking migraine. And she was abused. She had a boyfriend. He had 2 other women he would talk to, and he would tell her when the holidays would come, she needed to pick which holiday she was going to be with him. Did she want to be with him for Christmas or Thanksgiving? And so she was just like unloading all this stuff on me, and I was just like, whew, you know. And when I get off the phone, I had a freaking migraine. So I'm thinking with Mr. Samuels being a Pisces, and I know our Pisces people are intuitives, are sensitives, are spiritual, and a lot are psychic, that he was getting this energy. And I'm not name calling the women, because this is going to be where I am not sugarcoating anything, and I'm not on any particular person's side. But the first time I saw him, really saw his video, was on DJ Vlad from a year ago. I saw that barely 2 weeks ago, and then when I heard that he had passed, I was like, I just saw this man on DJ Vlad. I picked up, he seemed like he was exhausted, tired, holding on. When you're dealing with consultations, I'm not talking about him doing the perfume, the fashion. I'm talking about when because I didn't know he was doing relationship, marriage consultant, dating consultant. And when you are a sensitive, you are a water sign, whether that's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, you have to be strong. You have to have yourself, like in a protective shell, like a white protective shell or an encasing to protect you from that toxic energy. And that lady from Anointed Fire, and I think, I wouldn't say it was Crimson Cure, but someone said some of these women, I'm not saying all, because I'm a woman and I'm one of these women, I'm going to support. Yes, I will support women. But if you're wrong, I'm going to say you're wrong. And same with men. If you're right, I'm going to say you're right. If you're wrong, I'm going to say you're wrong. And don't let me forget, my little nephew told me he was watching a lot of Mr. Samuel's videos. But what I'm picking up, you've got vampire spirits. You've got the Jezebel spirits. You got the Medusa spirits. So he's up there every day rushing, interviewing these people, trying to counsel them, trying to work with them. You know, some of them are argumentative. I saw someone on my Facebook page said, I bet it's those monster drinks that got him, those Red Bulls, because he said he knew that those drinks was unhealthy. And I looked it up and I said, yeah, you know, they are, because I remember when I worked at the grocery store, and I think in my previous videos, if y'all watch, I talked about when I worked at Costco and Sam's, and I would do the Monster and the Red Bull at Sam's, and a lot of my customers said, we don't drink that. People have been dying from this because it's dangerous. Okay, so he's drinking these drinks to try to keep him going, and he's got all these different people. You know, he's probably not relaxing, not meditating, maybe not using the crystals, maybe not anointing his body or with the oils. I said oils, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about cleanser. And anytime you're doing spiritual consultation, it don't even have to be spiritual. It could just be you talking to someone who's toxic. You have to wash your body down, either with some kind of sea salt, Epsom salt. There's some other herbal treatments to wash your system down. Drink something, green tea, and then wash your body. So he's taking all this toxic energy in from these people, not all of them, some of them, and it's breaking down the core. Okay, so I want to move real fast. Somebody said, why is he in an apartment? There's a whole bunch of people have money that be in apartments. I mean, y'all remember when Willie Nelson had went bankrupt, and some other celebrities, they had folks to get them houses. Y'all remember Meghan Markle, Princess Meghan, and Prince Harry? They done had 2 or 3 people to let them stay in their mansions for free. People, you know, here in my town, I live in a big city, you have people that have homes on the outskirts of town, and they have apartment or high-rise inside of town. So that don't mean, you know, that the man didn't have any money. Okay, so I wanted to say that because Mr. Watkins, Dr. Watkins, and O'Shea said how much money he made in a period from 2020 to 2022, $3.5 to $4 million. Okay, so, and that is damn good, okay, because I ain't making any money, and I do still have a regular job. Okay, I saw someone, and while I'm doing this video, you guys, I will be posting things that I have seen and read, a little tidbits from comments people made, and yes, some of them are good and some of them are bad. So don't get excited. Don't get in a floozy. And at the end, I will be sharing a beautiful tribute that a perfume company did for Mr. Samuels. Okay, so in one of the videos, I think it was a guy named Team Player, and I didn't pull the video up. And I know y'all gonna say, you bringing out some dirt. It's not dirt, you guys, okay? Don't do me like y'all did Vivica, okay? Don't. Okay, so he brought out that Mr. Samuels paid his, he had back child support and he paid it off in May 2021. So that's good. We've got women got back child support, you guys. I got some in my family. Yes, don't tell them I'm talking about them. A whole bunch of people have it, okay? The point is, he paid it off. He did good, okay? Moving on to the next, and someone said that I saw this, and I didn't know what this was about, the obesity. Well, I ain't ashamed, because my man like what he see and what he have here. Don't be talking about obesity people or fat people or thick people, whatever. If you don't like it, that's your business. There's somebody down the road, down the street, loves it. I have seen enough thin people, in shape people, fine people, and all we have to do is look at a lot of these WWE wrestlers, all these, that man, the exercise guru from The Biggest Loser. You got people dropping. They fine, they thin, they sexy, they cutie pie. One of my good friends, right before the COVID hit, I think it was December 2020, her brother, he's about 400 pounds. And when she was telling me he had to be put in a facility, and I forgot how old the guy's, about 43. He's 400 pounds. He's a chef. He had a leg ulcer develop on his leg, so they had to put him in that facility. So all these people that died through COVID, we already know, we've been kept up. This man is still alive, because when she first told me, I was trying to stay positive, and I was thinking, ooh, I don't want to say, but I don't think, you know, I mean, he's 400 pounds and he's got to be put in a fist. That man has lost about 200 pounds. He's down to 250 or 260. He's not on his blood pressures, and something else he's not taking, okay? He's still around. A whole bunch of other people not. Wanted to just put that in. Karma, they kept saying that she was wrong. Vivica said something about karma. Vivica was not the only person on that Soul Sister or Queens or something about, or whatever the show that Claudia Jordan have with Vivica and Lisa Ray and this other lady, Selena. Al, the dude that was married to Star Jones, he was on with another man, I think his name was Deneva, Funky Deneva. They said that they did give their condolences. One was a little bit more passionate, not passionate good, passionate more to the bad. But he said he felt that Mr. Samuel was just too inflammatory towards, you know, women, mainly black women, the attacks. And I think some other people said, I think my nephew brought it out when he came to the house the other day and was talking to us. He said that, well, you know, he gave it to the dudes. He let the dudes know where they was messing up. He gave it to everybody, you know. So, and I was like, okay, really? And then he was telling me that he watched, and then he's going to go back, and I don't know if he subscribed, but I think he's going to go back and subscribe, and he's going to watch some more videos. And my nephew's young. I don't know how old this boy is. He's like 22, 21. So he watched. He showed it to some of his friends that are in the same age group. They watched. They, you know, a mixture, Hispanic and a Filipino young man. You know, so, I mean, he catered to a little bit. His fans was a little bit of everybody, young and old and middle-aged, some married, some single. Okay, what I didn't like, one of the videos I saw, and I don't know who, it was something that, and I saw it because I remember from Saw movie, it was a picture of Jigsaw from Saw. And when I clicked it on, I didn't know what it was. And then it was a lady he was talking to. And I don't remember all what was going on other than they seemed like they got into a little spat. And she kept over talking him. And then she stopped. And then I think the trigger thing, he asked her if she was married or had a husband or how old she was. And next thing I know, I don't know if he clicked her off or she clicked off, but then I saw Jigsaw. And I thought, I'm not going to laugh, you guys. I'm not going to lie. I laughed a little bit. That's why I said that I think a lot of this, even though people took it serious, I really think this was more like a satire. It had to be, because I'm just thinking what I know of, you know, people who are Pisces, men, dudes who are Pisces, you know, this had to have been more of a satire. Okay, so moving on. I saw something where, and I'm going to post it if I can, and you probably have already seen it. I went on a woman's forum for women, and they had like 2 or 3 videos, and I didn't really understand what was going on. One of the videos was talking about, showed him at someone's house, or he was renting or leasing a room from a lady, and she was fussing with him about the lights went up and that his part was going to be how much it was going to be, and he was trying to explain to her, no, you know, and she said, well, we're all working from home, so your portion is going to be such amount. And then the video shows him where I guess she must be videotaping it. It shows him going outside to his car, and then he's pulling some kind of, I don't know, looks like that card, that wood, that sheet, you know, that cardboard sheet when you're like at Sam's or Costco, and it's that big box cardboard that they separate one row from the next. So he pulled it up from under his hood, and she said, I'm going to report you to HOA because your car is leaking that oil all over the driveway. And he got in and drove off, and I was like, I had to look at the video like 3 times because I didn't really understand what was going on. But someone